social video. I do a political and social video. I've already done a more of a political social, because it was mixed with some social aspects of the burial and also the politicians who attended the funeral. Now we are back to another video live stream on social life and majorly focusing on OBINNA and MARWA, as well as the dramas in the wedding that just ended. Now guys, I have to ask you one thing. When dowry is paid, who controls everything? I think whoever controls is supposed to be the husband who is paying alongside the parents who are receiving, or if your parents are no longer there, your brother or whoever was selected to receive it. Now, from my understanding, when the dancing grandma was actually wedding Mwita, and I know this is for convenience purposes, a lot of people have insinuated that David Jr. is actually paying this bride price and making sure that Mwita becomes the official husband to a dancing grandma, because he understands this guy drinks. So possibly he can easily be pushed into some kind of crooked aspect, like selling land or whatever. I don't know. We are just waiting for the drama, and it will really come out very clearly. If you don't trust today, tomorrow you'll be listening and really watching what is happening. Guys, if you don't know Nyabohanse, it's a village of, scams after scams. And just wait until you get there. Now, you saw the wedding went on, and it was just kind of, I can talk about, I don't know how to, a kind of minion. Would I define it that? Exactly what I want to say, a kind of minion wedding, something that we have not even witnessed, because traditional weddings have been conducted in Kenya in so many places. I have friends who've had them, and they are not just held in such a manner that I saw what happened here. People don't want to wed in church. Possibly they want a traditional wedding where they are comfortable. Church has its own proceedings. And again, if you want an official indication out of this, then you must go to the specific department that will hand over a marriage certificate. Now, in this case, I don't understand whether it happened, guys. But for those of you who are really Team Devi or Team Dancing Grandma, you can let us know, guys, because you are so obsessed with them. So let us know, was there a marriage certificate at the end of the day? Because if there is none, then you cannot tell me that just because we saw everything being documented on a video, then that is now called a marriage. No, 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 no. It doesn't happen like that. Even though Kenya is not such a developed nation, we are still third world, but weddings are something that is just common. It happens every day around us, especially this holiday, December. A lot of weddings are happening. And I don't know. I just don't know. Do you really think that Mwita and Dancing Grandma felt this wedding like something which we have seen around? We have always known weddings to be associated with a kind of, exchange of rings, reception of certificates and all that. Now, in this process, I didn't see that. I didn't even see anything to signify the exchange of marriage. All that was being done was a kind of verbal communication. And of course, that is what David Jr. does. He does things this way just to make sure that he has his way. Now, am I hating on David Jr.? No, I'm not a competitor to him. I'll not even step in Nyabohanse. I'm not interested. I'll never be interested. And I have no idea about where Nyabohanse is. Of course, I understand currently, after watching so many videos, that it's in Nyabohanse, almost near Migori. But do I want to go there? I don't think so. I don't want to be nuts, right? The craziness that happens around Nyabohanse is just too much. I can't hold it. I can't. Anyway, maybe some other things can take me to Nyabohanse, but not the YouTubers right there. Because when I look at Gintu, when I look at Murimi, I look at these people like, I don't, MGW. I don't have to support that because it's not part of what I really think about as such, okay? So I don't talk about LGBTQ because it's not part of what I want even to discuss. And if I have to talk about it, maybe I should just conduct a research on it, but I cannot go talking about it as my first, it's not part of what I really want even to talk about. It's a very controversial discussion, MJW. So, I don't know. I don't know whether I can really gather the guts to talk about LGBT because it's something I don't understand very well, okay? Munachiso, you said hi. Welcome, welcome. Maven, welcome. Yeah, Yib Jordan, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate. San says hello, mobile phone, small screen, hello. Yeah, that is it. That is it. That is it. Munachi, again, an emoji, thank you. No. Eniko Kali said hi. Hi, welcome. Piton Nordon says, can you rap? Of course I can. I can rap. I think when you go to my other channel, Music Hills, you can see my rap music. Though currently I'm not getting enough time to do rap or any other music, but I normally do music. If you go to my third channel, Music Hills, you will see my videos, the music I've created. Some of them I've performed, even rap, I've performed 2 raps. So I can. You can see I speak without hesitating. I don't, stammer. I don't have, so it depends with, when I'm in mood, I can really do that, okay? Yeah. Hey, somebody's calling. I don't know whether I'll make it to receive. I don't know whether I'll make it to receive. Okay. Let me just try. Come back to our discussion. Somebody called very important, and that was come back to our discussion. Somebody called very important, and that was business. So most times when I receive business calls, I have to attend to that and go on. I conduct about 3 different businesses, and I have to manage them even from a distance. So thank you so much for being patient here. Musanga, hello, welcome. So Apit Nodon, do you want us to rap together? Maybe you can do a virtual rapping. When you're ready, you can let me know. Of course, I've done some rap. One of them really had a lot of views on Music Hills, and you can check on it and see that. But you can quite see that I have a musical voice, right? I can really rap. And of course, rap ones are kind of best voice. All right, so let's get back to our critical analysis of the Nyabohanze stuff. So today, if you didn't watch David Jr., because I normally follow every day, David Jr. comes up with this video now to actually, maybe, in quotes, set records right. And we realized that this dancing grandma always says she's very witty. She is very witty, sly. Which other word can I say? Kind of scheming. She's also cunning. And unfortunately, she's kind of self-oriented. She doesn't care so much about what the donors want. So remember, when I saw this wedding not really following the protocol, I understand, then I began to see a lot of gray areas. Now, one of the gray areas happened when, before the wedding day, we had a conflict between Dancing Grandma and Mwita. And Dancing Grandma was just there to sarcastically refer to Mwita, talk about his seducing other women. And I was like, really? I don't get it. But anyway, it is what it is. If you don't know the thing going, please forget about it. All right, so let's get to it and see this discussion that is happening, because Dancing Grandma seems to have had a corrupt kind of web, and she had agreed with somebody to come and pick animals, possibly hide them, in the name of taking them away before now the brother comes to receive them. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know which one to use, because maybe this is just Devi post. You wake up tomorrow, you'll find a very different concept all the same. So let's get after it. To Dancing Grandma. Oh, what is this? Just when we began? I've discovered a way to eliminate hypertension in just 20 seconds. I don't have hypertension. Leave me alone. All right. Around, okay. I'll be asking them, do you know this one wants to take one of the cow? I don't know if you're getting these stories, guys. I don't know if you're getting or you're floating. This one shouldn't step in, but our grandma had already told him, hey, he has to take one, which shouldn't be like that, okay? Personally, I don't know him. Dancing Grandma, she's on the other side, right here. I don't want to do my things unprofessionally. No. Hi. Karibu, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Muta on the other side is right there. Mwita, vipi hali Mwita? Oh, umeanza kupata nafuu Mwita. Mwita, he was sick, but right now he's telling me, you know. Huh? He's coughing, even he's coughing. Oh, even grandma says it. Oh. Mwita, uko na nafuu? Nasikia. Mwita just say it right now. All right. Now, just before we go, let me interrupt this video. Mwita is always complaining of I'm unwell. Then we see some medication and then he says he's okay. We have a report showing what his problem is. You realize that every month he actually complains of illness, at least thrice a month. That is a serious thing, right? Because in normal situation, you can be sick once a month or something like that. But then Mwita complains, I'm unwell. Then tomorrow, I've taken some medicine, I'm okay. And we call them the off-shelf kind of pills. Panadols, all that, paracetamols and all that. They are not very nice medicine. This is what we call, I've done some analysis. I did some analysis on this kind of medicine that people just take off counter. And they have very serious impact on people. Because you realize that at some point, even when you go to hospitals, they tell you don't take a lot of Panadols. They even warn you against Brufen and maybe other conditions. You understand? So when somebody is just swallowing random medicine like that, it becomes a very serious situation, which has to stop. But then is Devi Jr. concerned? I don't know. Ask him, because you are Team Devi. For me, I'm just a reactor who is watching and reacting. So let's get after it again and see this drama unraveling around dowry. It is indicated that dowry that was paid for grandma actually was being collected by somebody who is unknown to David Jr. And I'm like, I hope this is not a script again, because we are used to this kind of thing. Sometimes we follow that so much. And even some people have been trailing me, why do you follow this guy? This guy has never done anything, a correct script. And by the way, I just keep following because I'm like, I want to understand what is he after. But then sometimes I get lost in the process. But anyway, let me just try to trail before I go to compare David Jr. and Obinna. Not David Jr. but MARWA. All right. Sasa mzee, jina yako ni? Machugu. Oh, Machugu. Machugu Bugomba Liso. Sasa mzee, watu wangu wanakupenda sana. Waliniambia hii si ya kulipa hii. Ng'ombe kamili ni zile zenye tulichukua. I'm telling guys, my audience told me this is not worth dowry. The best is those ones that we bought. Wewe ulikuwa umeambiwa utapewa gani? I'm asking him. For him, he was told which one should he be given. Uliambiwa unapewa gani? Endo tuoneshe ulikuwa umeambiwa upewe. Let's go. Show us which one you are already told you want to be given. Yeah, it's real, it's serious. You know? Kwa hivyo ulikuwa uchukue gani? Huh? Wewe. You see how they are very embarrassed from the other side. I'm asking him, for you, which one were you told you want to be given? This one? Hii? Ndio ulikuwa umeambiwa utapewa hii. For you, you are not given anything, all right? Yes.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how AI saves me hours every day. It automatically prioritizes.
Do you know what I've said? Unalakita nimekwambia. You are not taking anything. You don't have anything here. All right? Yes. Because we don't know you. Mzee. Unaona mama, okay, ni mama, okay guys, let me hold for me the camera, I tell them the way. Unaona mzee, kuna rafiki yetu. Hey, the cow is really making some noise. Maybe I'll speak in Swahili, then I'll translate, but
I just told them, guys, my friend, my grandma from New Jersey, when she saw the animals here, whereas the wedding was over, she wasn't happy, which is true. Na akaniambia hizi ng'ombe anataka aone zikipeana mahali zikienda kama shukurani. Ndio maana tulikuita hapa. Na alituambia kuwa si ni wewe sasa ndio kama mzazi wa Goko. Na alisema ni wewe peke yako ndio unapewa ng'ombe na hivyo ndio inakuanga. Hata Kimira. Lakini huyu wakati alikuwa anakuja alituambia alikuwa ashachagua kila kitu iko kwa kamera.
Amechagua.
Wewe ulituambia aje ulikuwa umeona ng'ombe ukashachagua.
Sio eti ulishachagua. Mwelewane. Mbona hata ona David. Machuku hapa Fikwira aliongea kwamba hizi ng'ombe mnanipa. Mimi nitachukua ng'ombe nisagali kwa mjomba wangu.
Lakini huyu amesema alikuwa ameshaoneshwa yenye atachukua.
Si huyu ndo alimwambia sio mimi. Mimi sina ubaya wote. Huyu ndo alimwambia.
Haukuonyeshwa na ulisema kwa kamera atiko hapo. Now you say he wasn't like told them.
Aliongea hapa kwa watu.
A devil is a liar, but I don't want to even negotiate anything. Sasa mzee, watu walisema juu wewe ndio kama mzazi wa Goko kwa sababu wazazi sasa
huyu ndio tunaye.
Wewe ndio baba yake. Waliniambia tukukabidhi hizi mifugo, ukiamua uze, ukiamua ufanyie chochote ni hiari yako. Lakini hii mifugo ni yako tatu venye iko hivi kwa sababu watu hawakutaka aibu kwa Mwita kutoka kitu kama mbuzi nini. Ndio maana tulikuchagulia hii mifugo mikubwa hivi watu na hivyo ndio mibaraka. Ndio Mwita hata akikupea
mwambie basi hii iliende kuuzwa nini maana
right now. You just go rush, bring the ropes right now. Because it's believed as a culture, the ropes they have to stay in the home.
That is reality.
Oh, even you know? Pia yeye anajua kamba lazima
hata mimi basi nikuambie, unaona siku ile ng'ombe zilionwa hapa, maana zilibidi tukao tukatoa mtoto wake Mwita aje azishuhudie sherehe ya babake, ndio mara ya kwanza. Akarudi kaka akaniambia aje, sasa hapana, ni kama vile nifungulie hiki kitarudi. Kosi hiyo sherehe imekuwa hivyo. Na yeye mwenyewe hapa baba aliongea
about the cow. It's because how culture dictates. Because it was during the night, they couldn't, be taken to his place, and it was late. So they decided let him go with the calf, and then it will be back, and and then they'll exchange with these ones. That's how. Whitewash, we never do anything, but I love now the record is straight. Grandma's brother, he's available. You've seen him. He's a calm person, by the way. And yep, that is the way to go. Things they have to be straight. Yeah, and at the same time, I'm protecting my name.
Gogo saka ndio ya kwake. Mbona sisi tunakuja kama maziwa hapa ng'ombe za wenyewe. Hata kwake zipo za sagari zinakamuliwa. Hata mimi na kipindi ya babako mga kondali. Tukungure ng'ombe sagari. Ndio hivyo. Lakini sasa hizi nasikia unadanganya kwamba eti ng'ombe hii imeenda kwa ajili kwa ya umoko. Alafu ile alozitoa kwa watifu tukapewa. Tungemwambia nini? Sasa bahati na sikujua. Hiyo kindama sisi nilikwambia mwenyewe hapo. Ameenda na kindama. Akija afate ng'ombe lazima kirudi abebe ng'ombe zake. Lakini unadanganya kwamba eti mimi nimechukua ng'ombe nibadilishe siji fanye nini hiyo kubwa basi hapa. Sasa yule anaotupatia hivi ndama tungeombe zimeenda wapi?
Haya. Kwa hivyo kamba za kitambo zimebaki. Ndio ile pesa. Ndio mimi niondoke. Haya mzee, wenda salama.
Hata una kwa hivi. Hata usipate nikupe mkono kwa moyo mzee.
Haya. Haya.
Takuja.
Just shaking hands is a way of good energy.
Hizo kama tumezitoa kwa ningesingia kwa pande zipataje.
Mwita is right there.
Ameshaja kunda maneno. Mbona nitafuta? Mbona nilikuwa hata nikipata shida sioni mtu anisaidia hapa. Leo sasa hivi uje nijengee nimekuwa mama.
Acha tupeleke hizi, tutalipa hizi. Aenda ukuripoti polisi.
Okay, so you can see the drama surrounding this lady. She began making a lot of noise, insinuating that people are actually coming when she has had a house, when people have become helpful in her life to construct for her and all that. But of course, Devi is making a lot of videos surrounding dancing grandma's life. And he's making money. Content creation is not baby's child. You have to hustle and bustle it. And I think David Jr. just realized that his niche does follow him because of that. He also realizes donors are willing out there to donate, so why not? Anyway, let's come back to our story of Oga, Obinna, and Marwa. So of course I may not have to dig down the videos all along, but I'll be bringing around some videos that I can manage. Of course, currently Rochelle, the queen, is enjoying at Lake Victoria, if you don't know about it. And I don't blame her. If you get the chance, then use it maximally, because we will not stay on this world forever. We will just have to be here for a season and for a reason. And she is possibly here to make her life better. And that is what she's achieving. Why not? Yeah. So now, guys, let's come back to analyze something that I felt is very important. Currently, there are a lot of people who are making it in life without necessarily focusing on education or something like that. But is it correct now to begin telling people that or you don't have to go to school, but you can make it just out there? Yeah, it is always good possibly to make it even outside books. But in my view, I believe that it's always important also to acquire some documents or papers which can help you when it is a dry season, or is it a rainy season? I don't know. Any of that is not the best, all right? Ranish Gabar says, I am Gabar from India. Welcome, Gabar. And thank you so much for showing up on my channel. I'm so appreciative. Alongside others who are watching, thank you for the likes also, and for your comments and likes. So guys, do you think education is still important? I'll post that question to you and let you comment on it. But meanwhile, now hear this. In my view, Ranish asked from, this is Prissy from Kenya. All right, this is Prissy from Kenya. So thank you, welcome here, and you can subscribe to the channel if you are new. Remember to also, yeah, Kenya right there. Okay, so welcome. We always say karibu, hakuna matata, but now in Kenya currently we have some matata. Okay, now let's go on, and you love Kenya? Thank you so much. You use Indian language to tell me that. Okay, welcome to Kenya then. One day you should be stepping here, then you walk around different places, the different cities and towns. You know, city is just one, but towns, and you know, no, the main city is one, but we have about 4 more cities, right? Eldoret, Nakuru, and Mombasa, right? Yeah. Okay. You can also visit Busia borders through Malapa, or you know, Busia or Malapa, Uganda borders. You can also check on other borders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a free soul, okay? A free soul that relates with people. Ranish, okay? Yeah, so let's get to discuss something here. And Ranish, if I may ask you, do you think education is important? Do you think in this generation, education is still important, that we still have to take our kids to school and they go through not just elementary school, but secondary school and then tertiary levels, let's say colleges or universities? Because so far I've been watching Marwa, a traveler that made it through YouTube, and all the time he talks to other people, he discourages them, even young men, he discourages them from pursuing education. He tells them that you can make it in life without academics. Even though he's still supporting some young people to go through school, he does not really put a lot of effort or encourage them about to really pursue academics. And especially for those who have not, who dropped out of school, I have seen like I saw Daniel Mwita asking him whether he can allow him to go to school, and he was saying he shouldn't. Apiasha, then send them to India. We have good education here. Really? Ranish, what are you saying? Oh my God. What did you just say? Don't. Okay. So Apiasha says, India, we have good education. No, I didn't say that Kenya has a bad education. Of course, our education is just good as well, though it's not very practical. The worst thing about our education is that it's more of theory, and people can really have knowledge, but some of them don't have skills. When it comes to practical work, we are a bit limited, even though CBE has come up to really you want a girl. You want me to open up a channel to connect people, then I'll connect you to a girl, Ranish. But currently, my channel is not really doing that. But maybe, maybe we can get to think about that. You know, I can open a new channel for connecting people. But for currently, this one is not. But don't worry. If you want one, you will automatically get them. Keep trying. And even on this channel, there are so many who come here to just watch my stuff. And when you are watching, you can follow up and do so, okay? You want a girl from Kenya. You want a girl from Kenya? Okay, it depends with whether the girl will also want somebody from India. There are so many girls around, why not? I even have a sister who is very young, but I don't know whether she likes Indians. Well, if she does, then you can get to her. But as for me, mine is a different world. Free soul, but not actually anything near that kind of thing. Apiash says, I believe in skill and training more than education. Yeah, I also do so, because in Kenya, actually, people wasted a lot of our time in class, studying. But now you come out and you can't do anything for yourself, you know. So you realize that sometimes through education, if you are only acquiring knowledge and not skills, then it becomes a problem. And that is why I'm saying that CBC is very important. And even though there are some parents who are really pushing their kids to study through 844, I don't think it was very fair for their kids, because some of them have been pushed and they're in high school currently, but they can't even read, they can't do anything. But now I'm imagining the kind of education which can allow students to come out of school when they know how to cook, maybe to even bake. I have seen like my boy has been in grade 9, and he said that he has a friend, a boy, who knows how to bake cakes. He has even his own kind of shop. And I said, wow, that's so interesting, because if our children now begin focusing on skills, like you really mold them into doing something. And if this is going to be pursued through the system up to grade 12, then we are going to have better citizens for that age of students who are currently in grade 9. Compared to those who went through class 8, they were finishing school, but they're just raw. And I'm really happy with the contribution Apiash has shared here. And of course, yeah, now what I was trying to raise is this. Marwa normally tells people that you don't have to go to school, but he doesn't give them skills or training. What he does, he just tells them to open YouTube channels, okay? Will I find like this in Kenya? Like which one? So many. Why not? There are so many, okay? Ranish. Effort. You put some effort, you won't miss to get one. And also, depending on your intention. And now, Ranish, if you get one from Kenya, remember you are the one who will pay dowry. In Kenya, it's not our girls who pay dowry like in India. I saw another guy telling us on the channel that in India, it is women who pay bride price. But the bride price is paid in terms of ornaments, jewelry, money. In Kenya, we pay dowry in form of goats or sometimes cows and all that. And then some is in form of money. And then maybe some presents for the mother and father. So Apuyash says, what's your mother tongue? My mother tongue? Oh my God, which one do you know for Kenya? Because we have so many sub-tribes in Kenya, or tribes, let me say that. And of course, mine is Luya, okay? Luya is my tribe. And I hope for those who watch me every time, I'm so proud of that, and I always share. I don't hide that. Okay, so, Ranish, question mark. What is the question for? Ranish, what is the question mark for? Okay, so let's proceed into our discussion and read the above comment. Yeah, I did read, and after reading, then I asked you a question too. Because the other one message is held for review by YouTube, so I can't see the message that you just dropped. Okay? So let me go on with my discussion. And what I was saying is MARWA is a great YouTuber in Kenya. He has made it, of course, for him, he has made it in life because he has a big villa, he has horses over there, he has a home, he has an Argentina wife, he is even planning for more and more. But when he meets young boys who don't have really life yet, he tells them that they don't have to go through education. All they have to do is to simply go for YouTube and then they'll make money. Apiash says, I'm not asking about you tribe or entity. I'm asking about language you use to talk there. English. I use English. What are you getting? Because I use English as the communication, the kind of language to communicate here. Or what are you saying? I hope I've just given the right answer. Elias, Stephen, thank you so much. Ranish says, if you have a girl, introduce me. 5 times a day? What is that? Okay, so I'll be getting to see whether I can open a channel for that. I've seen a lot of people, including OBINNA. MARWA is even planning to also open a channel for such connection. But it all depends. If you will be interested, you'll get them. Anyway, Sky VD, hello, welcome here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. And I'm so appreciative about this moment. 32 minutes down the line, we are left with about 28 minutes, right? And I've not even completed what I came here to discuss. So Ranish Kabra says, tell me up. I can only tell you once I've talked to them, because if I don't, you've just posed the question, then I try to answer, then you are now, you want an answer already. So I can't actually give you an answer before I get to also get to other people and see their point of view, whether they are ready or not. So if they are ready, then why not? Okay. So then you can find out the answer, because it depends. People, you know, the difference between Kenya and Nigeria is it different places. Oh my God, Apuyash. You don't know that Kenya is in East Africa, Nigeria is in West Africa? My goodness. And the way we people we try to look at the maps of other countries, including India, that is Asia generally, so that you see about Indonesia, you see about, Mexico, you see about so different places. Oh my God. No, possibly you should know. When you talk about Nigeria, Ghana, they are in West Africa. Okay, West Africa. While Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, they are in East Africa. Then North Africa, of course, carries Ethiopia, Somali, those places. Then we have the other end, South Africa, which is on its own but neighboring other countries right there. I don't know. Maybe depending on what you explore, you might understand or lack to know. But anyway, it is what it is. Everton Watson, thank you. You've been so lost. Where were you? All those flowers. Thank you so much for that. Apiach says, yeah, yesterday I had a topic about Nigeria and Kenya in my MBA classes. So I just thought I ask. Oh, thank you. You are taking an MBA? Keep up, keep up. Yeah, so Nigeria actually is in West Africa. Even their kind of culture is more a bit of different from East Africa. And of course, that's where you find the Igbo people and, the kind of dances they practice. It's a bit different from us. The way they even shake, though it's a bit related to some people within our country, I don't know. even in the way they flouse around, it's somehow related to some people in Kenya. But you can see they are equally different. And East Africa, that is, Kenya is in East Africa. When you look at the map of Africa, I can maybe refer you to that, you'll see the difference. And also, looking at Kenya, we have not really advanced in terms of drama. I'm talking about the videos, when it comes to the videos. But when it comes to diversity, Kenya is the best. We have diversity in terms of color, culture, lifestyle, food stuff, that is cuisine, and all that. In Kenya, you can find we are black, but some of us are yellow. Some of us are black, but we are pink. Some of us are black, but gray. And some of us black. You get it? But when you go to Nigeria, I tend to see most of them are a little bit different. And again, you look at religion. In Nigeria, we have those who are deep into the northern Nigeria part, they are majorly Muslim. And the rest of the part of Nigeria, they are into Christianity. And you look at their practice, some of them do a lot of singing. Then we have those who do acting. And their lifestyle, you see, they eat for four. They really take their kind of meals, they have a lot of pepper. They like a lot of pepper in their food. But when you come to Kenya, people don't like a lot of pepper. We take food with pepper, but not so peppery. But Nigerians, they take a lot of pepper. You get it? Their food will be full of pepper. So they are eating and crying at the same time, and they're enjoying it. But for us, we have variety, and we don't really put a lot of pepper in our food. Then, like, when you look at their food, it's a bit different from ours, actually. Like, when they talk about yams, they love a lot of yams and all that. But anyway, why am I really going deep into it? This should be a topic for a different day. But you really excite me, guys, when you ask me these questions. Engagement is the thing on YouTube. Just like Facebook. And guys, go back to our Facebook page, Professional, and check on Priska. You will be getting my, you support me on that end as well, because it really needs a lot of engagement. You post a lot of pictures, videos, reels, stories, and you really hustle a lot before you can make even $1. But this is no wahala. We are trying all that, because moolah is moolah. It doesn't matter where it comes from. So as long as it arrives, of course, our life becomes better, right? Now, Finesse Jale, welcome. Hello. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel and I'll be so appreciative. Apiash is saying, okay, nice to talk with you. We had a nice time. It's nice time to have a sleep. Okay, good night. Apiash also says, I don't believe in religion. I just believe in humanity. Oh my God. Okay, it all depends. If you choose not to believe in religion, it's your choice. And they always say somebody takes what they can actually swallow. I can't force you to take a pill you can't swallow. Everybody should bite according to how much they can swallow, okay? Yeah, Mumhead and Kenzie Slim. Okay. All right, let me get to know that in, I don't know what it means, SLM. What does it mean? I can't get it. I know you're dissing me, but no problem. Let me get to discuss the aspect of MARWA and OBINNA. I hope all of you know that too. And I'm actually a reactor who does reaction on this kind of people who are actually making it in life. And I just want to question their choices. Now, MARWA has been telling a lot of young people that they don't have to really pursue education. And I feel that is not right. It is okay to actually encourage people to open Facebook pages, social media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, and do their videos if they can. But then I don't think it's right to actually propagate the aspect that education is not what makes successful people. Of course, it might be true. But now, when I saw yesterday Oga Obinna graduating, then I realized that so it's not all people who believe that once you make money, then you relax. Now, I want you to get to understand why Oga Obinna had to pursue a degree. So many people thought that he has a degree. This guy has made money from zero to something, okay? And maybe some people will downgrade his life, talk about being a single father of different kids from different baby mamas, but we don't know. Some things happen for reasons, and we might not be really deep into his life because we are not very close to him. We watch him just online and see all that happens. But let's see into this and hear what he said yesterday during his graduation. And I think most parents think that they are role models. Maybe you may be surprised. You think you are a role model to your child. Maybe the role model to your children is Oga Obinna. You may be shocked. Okay? And don't be shocked, because I was happy that yesterday at least he pursued a degree just equally as Simba Boy the Dragon. Okay? So let's check on Oga Obinna here and what he said on graduation. And after that we can judge. We can do our judgment.
I learned that ChatGPT
Oh my God, I judge GTP. I know everything about it. So leave me alone, ChatGTP. Okay? Yeah, so let's get to see this graduation boy or graduation daddy. Alright, so you see Oga Obinna posing around with friends, taking pictures. And this is a guy with so many YouTube channels. He has a lot of following. He has made it. He's a brand ambassador of so many brands. Okay? Alright, so I want you to listen to him talking, explaining why he had to pursue a degree. Listen to that.
Manake nikiwa pale kama naongoza kwenye digital space, nataka pia masomo yangu niweze kuongeza so that my knowledge and my education can add on what I already know in the practical field that I'm doing in the digital space. That is why I did it, so that many more people, they'll also understand. As much as they want to get to the digital space, you must get education.
All right, you got it?
I do TikTok. Me have camera. I want to do something on Facebook, but they don't know. They know the education part. I was already excelling on the digital.
You understand? He said something very important, very fundamental, significant, okay, essential, if I have to use many terminologies. So he's indicating that it's okay, you have to occupy this space, whether YouTube, Facebook. He's earning a lot of money, as he said. He's making it. He's actually able to take his kids to a very good school. He has even built his home, but he still has to pursue education, because that will tell people that as far as you have money or you have already made yourself somebody, you still have to acquire papers that will have to add up to what you do in practical life. So practical things are okay, but at the same time you need papers, because you never know. Those papers might actually one day be required somewhere. You never know. You know, in life we don't only achieve one thing and stop there. We need to keep going. Today you are here, tomorrow you want to be up there. And some things we want to go up to, they require a degree. You get it? Now, MARWA has been telling people that as far as I have what I have, I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to, education is not necessary. And a lot of people normally say that this, he says this because his sister, Di Mwango, did not graduate. Same to David Jr. David Jr. never graduated. Now, I don't really want to belittle them or bring them down. They have made it in terms of wealth, making money, and being people in the society. However, they don't have papers. So which means even if they go to America or Poland the way Dimango went, they cannot have a job even if it was there. It's unfortunate, because sometimes YouTube is there, but we don't know how long it will be here with us. And again, it's always good to have another source of income or sustainability. Now, I don't really bring them down, because maybe one day some of them will decide to invest in something that is long term. However, currently, when you look at Marwa, he doesn't have a long-term project. He's only planning to have horses that will sire, and then he will go sell the young ones in Dubai, which is something that is very risky. You know, that kind of business is not very stable. It's not stable, actually. And therefore, that tells you that if you have your degree, you have your skills, you can use them anytime. Even if you go to another country, you can travel, go acquire a job and begin working as you do at YouTube. Because YouTube, you can do it from whichever environments you are. You get it? Now, let's continue to listen to Obinna before I can just end my video.
They go hand in hand.
Asante sana. Na ni kweli mambo ilikuwa namna hiyo. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Niweze kwa
Okay, so it was so, you know, it was so significant to many young people. I believe yesterday when Obinna posted that he had graduated, and at the same time we saw Simba Boy posting, people were so excited. Why? You know, there is a habit that even students in school now are currently telling teachers, si lazima masomo. You know, like when you stand up on an assembly or in a hall and tell them that education is the success or education is the key, they look at you like, what did you just say? Because now, if they are going to look at Obinna and he doesn't have any interest to focus on education, or Marwa, for example, then they'll wonder what you're telling them. And they'll really pull down academics even at high school level. They won't want to. Now, I wonder whether Marwa will ever really seek education for his son, Maisha, or even any other. At the same time, I don't know whether Dimwango will want that, because there is a time Dimwango went to, when she was on her way to Poland, and then after stopping in Spain, then coming to this town before Soviet village, she did a live stream with the boyfriend, Polska, that is Peter. And you know what she said? That it is better to have money than to have papers. It is better to have money than to have papers. She again said that she cares much about the pocket, that is the account, than somebody who pretends to have a lot of brains but is moneyless. And that statement was not really a good vibe, according to me. Was she trying to discourage people who are pursuing education? Because education is actually very expensive. And I can't really say that somebody should not pursue. Yeah, pursue education, at the same time be wise enough to invest. But you cannot now tell people that, because I remember I said that we have professors who are penniless. And I was like, okay, and you are not penniless, but you are brainless. No wonder she has finally decided to go to Poland and even wash graves, go to the forests, you know, build snowman and say it is Mona Lisa and all those shits. Because there is some lack of education somewhere. You get it? That's why she will have to stay in the same house, same small cube with cats and dogs all over the place, and she first cannot do that. Now, I'm not trashing her. Don't take it that I'm trashing her. Of course, she has. When you yourself, you decided that I desert education, I just make YouTube. Yes, I'm a content creator currently, but I cannot actually encourage my daughter or son just to pursue content creation and leave alone academics. They go hand in hand. So guys, thank you so much. I'm going to put my phone on charging. So let me just cut this early enough, and appreciate all those who watched. Bye bye for now. Let's meet tomorrow, possibly early, so that we can do more videos. Thank you for watching my channel.